Oh yeah, I got him. Look at here. Oh, there he is. Oh, buddy. There he is. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Fishing for Real. Today I'm out at a little creek, a little feeder creek that comes into Old Hickory Lake over near Lebanon, Tennessee. I'm going to see if there's any fish up in here, maybe chasing some shad, some white bass, bluegill. I've got some night crawlers. Let's get started and see what's out here. Okay, folks. My first rig is kind of a modified drop shot rig. Got a sinker on the bottom, just a pinch on, pinch off split shot. Up the hook, up the line about 6-7 inches. I got a bait keeper hook with a little bit of night crawler on it, and then just a foot up above that I've got a float. This the advantage of this is with a sinker above the hook, if the hook's on the bottom, you don't necessarily know it because the sinker holds the float straight up and down. You can't tell that your hook's on the bottom. With this, when the sinker's on the bottom, the hook's going to be off the bottom and your float's going to indicate that it's, you know, not on the bottom. Kind of a modified drop shot rig here. I'll give a shout out to Alex over at Realistic Fishing. He calls it the realistic rig, and I appreciate him sharing it for me to pick up and try. Let's throw this out there and see if I can catch a little brim or something. This little Dock Demon. It's all fiberglass, so it's pretty durable, pretty hard to break for sure. Good little rod, compact rod to keep in your kit. If you ever want to stop and go somewhere after work, or you don't want to take a big rod with you, don't have room in the car, these little guys can do the job. Oh yeah, there he is. There he is. This wasn't fishing deep enough. Oh yeah, I got him. Look at here. Oh, he's a bit. Oh man, look at that. There's a big fella. Oh boy. All right, guy. There's a big guy. A warmouth, shell cracker. Pretty guy. Going back. I think I was fishing just a wee bit too deep right there, because he was able to chew on it for a while. You see my float's laying on its side, so I know I'm on the bottom. I need to get out a little bit further though. There we go. Sometimes just catching little bluegills, a lot of fun. Especially when nothing else is going on, right? Oh, there's a hit. My sinker's on the bottom, because my float's a little on its side, but a fish still hit it. Oh, he hit it again for sure right there. Oh, there he is. Oh, buddy. Look at that. He was sitting there chewing on it, holding it in his mouth whole time. It may not be a beast, a world record trophy, but it's still something. Look at that little bluegill. Pretty guy. Let me have my worm back, fella. Alright. Just a little bluegill. But it's still a fish. A fun fish to catch. A little something to do after work, after school, or on the weekend. Get you a little float rig, drop shot, tie it like a drop shot, little night crawler, and see what you can find. Bye, guy. Alright, cool. Let's try again. Fishing. Oh, more! Look at that. Something took it crazy. As I was starting to reel it in. But that's these bluegill, a little brim. Ooh, golly, Bill, they hang out near the shore. Much closer to these rocks. For shelter. To hide from predators. There he is. Alright, oh yeah. Oh boy, they're getting a smidgen bigger every time. Another bluegill. Little guy. I think I need to bend the barb down on my hook so it's a little easier to get these guys off. It's not a bad thing to do if you're not catching fish for food. A little bit bigger than the last guy. Bluegill. Say bye. Like I said, they're not monsters, they're not trophies, but they are fun. If you're looking for a little something to do. I'm going to mash this barb down just a little bit. Make it a little easier to unhook these guys. Less damaging to them. And I'm not keeping them to eat. So the less damage you do to them, the better. Oh man, a lot of times when you find, well, these guys, oh, I got my worm, man. These guys school together, so when you find one of a particular size, you're probably going to find more of that size. That being said, if they're on bed or something, or there's a place where there's a lot of them, I've found you may catch small ones up close to shore, but if the cover goes out far enough, there may be bigger ones out deeper. If we were out along the bluffs on the river, where the water's 50 feet deep, and it's bluff rocks all the way down, you could, fish and adjust your bobber, or just fish without a bobber, throw a worm out and let it sink along that bluff wall. I've heard of some nice bluegill being caught that way. That being said, when you're fishing from shore like this, from the bank, if you want to fish without a bobber, you certainly can. Just hold your pole out like this. You'd be better off with a longer pole, with more give in it, so the fish can bite, and have a little play in the line. So you can take the hook in before you set the hook. Rod's too stiff you might not get a good bite. You guys are tearing me up. Uh-oh, what on earth? Let's try a little bit further over. There you go, guy. Oh, man. Oh, he must be a small fella. Hitting it like he's hitting it. Me not able to sink a hook in him. Can't even get the hook in his mouth. He was working on getting my worm off of there is what he was doing. Yeah. One of the downsides, I guess, to mashing the barb down on the hook is it will make it a little easier for the fish to get the bait off, the worm off the hook, because the barb doesn't keep it on there as well. But, you know, everything's a trade-off. It's starting to look like everybody's gone to bed. Bluegill were biting pretty good there for a minute, but they just shut off. But that's the way it is at dusk sometimes. The big predators come out, at least the catfish. The bluegill go into hiding. They can't see as well, so that's understandable. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me today at Fishing for Real. Came to a little backwater creek on Old Hickory Lake to see mainly if there was anything to be had up in here. It's not any big bass or big fish chasing any schools of shad. Had a cold front come through a couple of weeks ago that really shut everything down. Tried a little drop shot rig with a float on top and a night crawler, and caught a little warmouth or shell cracker, some bluegill. Had a little fun at least. That's what it's all about. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe. I look forward to seeing you the next time. Goodbye.